Okay, so in this lesson we're going to build up three basic rock beats. Okay, here's the first one. We're going to build up a rock beat using quarter notes. So to do this, I'm going to start off with the hi-hat, and I'm going to play on all 4 beats. And I'm going to count out loud at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the first step. Second step, I'm going to add in the snare drum with the hi-hat on beats 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the next step, just going to take the snare drum hand away for a second. And I'm going to play the hi-hat on all 4 beats. I'm going to play the bass drum, which is the one underneath my right foot over here, on beats 1 and 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So on beats 1 and 3, my right foot and my right hand play together. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it all together. So I'm going to start with the hi-hat, then add the bass drum, then add the snare drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Add the bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Add the snare. 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's your basic quarter note rock beat. The next thing we're going to do now is we're going to do exactly the same thing, but this time we're going to play 8th notes or quavers on the hi-hat. Now the way we count quavers or 8th notes is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So again, I'm going to add my left hand in on the snare drum on 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now I'll try the same thing but with my bass drum on beats 1 and 3. No snare drum at this stage, we'll just keep this one out of the way. 1 Final step, put it all together. So start with the hi-hat, add the bass drum, then add the snare. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 Now this particular 8th note beat is the beat that you will hear behind a lot of famous rock or pop songs. Particularly if you look at a song called Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, it is literally that beat all the way through the song. I'll just play a little bit faster for you, so it'll be about this sort of tempo. Okay, so our next groove that we're going to play is called a 16th note or semi-quaver groove. So again, we're going to build it up in exactly the same way. We're going to start with the hi-hat, then add the snare, then add the bass drum. So when we play 16ths or semi-quavers, the way they're often counted is like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and So what we're doing is we're dividing each pulse or beat into 4 equal notes. So let me play that on the hi-hat for you. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Add the snare drum in. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a. Try the hi-hat and the bass drum. Remember the bass drum goes on beats 1 and 3. Now I'll put it all together. So start with the hi-hat, add the bass drum, add the snare drum. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E Okay. Now, with the semiquaver or 16th note groove, there's 2 ways you can play that. If you're playing at a slow tempo, as I just did, it makes more sense just to use the right hand. But you'll soon realise as you start to increase the tempo that it gets quite difficult to play that just on one hand. So often what a drummer will do is we will use 2 hands to play that groove. Now this can be a little bit tricky because what you have to do here is you have to move your hands between the hi-hat and the snare. So what I'll do is I'll play the semiquavers or 16ths on the hi-hat first, and then I'll show you how that transfers across. So when we do this on the hi-hat, we're going to use what's called a single stroke roll. Now a single stroke roll is simply where you play a single stroke with each hand. So it's right, left, right, left, right, left. If you're left-handed, you might want to reverse that and try that with the left hand. Okay, so this is what it sounds like. And then it's all we do is we just move our right hand across to the snare on beats 2 and 4 and then quickly get it back to the hi-hat. Here it is. Now I'm going to try the same thing but with just the bass drum and hi-hat. And now I'll put it all together. So hi-hat, bass drum and snare drum. Okay, a little bit faster for you. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions, leave some comments below and I'll try and answer them. Thanks.